Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm Bob K6UDA, and this is the K6UDA radio show, live show. I guess I'm going to need to change this breaking quarantine since we're not actually in quarantine anymore. Some of us, I don't know. But hey, guys, welcome to the big radio show. Boy, lots to talk about if we wanted to just BS about what's going on in the world. And not so much all about ham radio, but we'll do a little bit of that too. Looking to see what you guys want to talk about today. So, your suggestions for topics, your questions for the group, and let's get started. And we'll move over to the big camera here. Let's see, what do we have? Let me throw on my glasses here so I can see what the hell you guys are doing. Go over to camera number 2, and let's see. From David from Coron, Texas, or Tennessee. Good to see you. Let's see, Denise, been listening to the Dutch Sense on YouTube about the earthquake reports. Haven't heard anything about earthquake reports. I have just heard about social earthquakes. Let's see. Denise is in Tennessee. James from Indianapolis. How you doing? Jack Martin. Good to see you, Bob. Thanks. Good to see you too. Good morning, Bob from Denny G73. I believe that may be Dr. Ballin in the house. Let's see. Shout out from Kentucky. Hurricane prep tips from John E. Well, I would imagine that hurricane prep tips could be for about anything. Seeing as that I actually have been through one, and let me switch back over to camera number 1 here. I actually have been through one hurricane, and I was down in Cabo San Lucas at the time. Mrs. K6UDA and I were vacationing there. This has got to be 15 or more years ago. And they did have I think it was like a Category 1, maybe a Category 2 hurricane came through there, and the streets got deserted. We didn't have much to prep. We were on vacation. We got to put all our stuff in the bathtub, and we waited it out. We went to one of the few bars that was open, and had a few drinks. That's what we did. Let's see. But as far as other things to prep, I would say you want to have 3 days worth of food on hand, and not stuff that needs refrigeration. You want to have stuff that you could cook over either an open fire or a little camp stove, something like that, with some camp stove fuel that you can, put all this stuff together. And it doesn't even have to be great tasting food. It just has to be food that'll get you by for a couple, 3 days in case the power's out, in case all services are out, all that good stuff. Make sure you've got flashlights. Make sure you've got extra batteries. A general coverage receiver would be very, very nice. General coverage receivers. Josh over at the Ham Radio Crash Course, I think it was yesterday or the day before, did a very good show on some general coverage receivers, because that way you've got one radio in this emergency situation that you could pick up AM, FM, local broadcasts if there are any in your area. You could pick up longer range stuff, away from your immediate area, to find out what's going on in other parts of the state. And actually, let me pull the camera or the microphone in here, and all that good stuff. Now, personal preference. I prefer to be armed. And you know what? Because when the cops stop showing up, and there's no other services, you may need to protect yourself against the bear. The big bear. The grizzly. Let's see. Let's go back and look at some more comments here. Jason from Ham Radio 2.0 is in the house. Very, very cool. Thank you for being in the house, my friend. Let's see. Bob, who in the Wasu Tomahawk area is a VE, and how do I contact? From S. Isaacs. I don't know where the Wasu Tomahawk area is, so hard to say who's a VE in that area. Maybe somebody in the chat can figure that one out for you. Let's look and see. I've got nothing in the super chat yet. If you super chats are appreciated, so thank you. Let's see. Hello from San Diego. Hello from Michigan City, Indiana. Man, a lot of guys today from the Midwest. That is pretty cool. James, in answer to Isaac, to S. Isaacs, go to the ARRL website. Good bit of information. Hurricane prep tip from 0BKO. Don't live in Florida. Okay, well, not looking in Florida. Well, I would. I love the area. I love Florida. Probably not in the summertime though. Only been there in the wintertime. Greg Robinson, KA7MDM. How are the Idaho plans coming along? Would not be surprised if we ended up there someday. Yeah. Idaho is literally way overpriced right now, and houses are flying off the shelf. People are buying houses off the internet. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll look at something, and literally that same day we'll call our realtor. We'll say, hey, find out about this, and she'll come back and say, yeah, here's the things you wanted to know, and there's 4 offers in on it. So I don't know. We are also expanding our search into the Southern Oregon area, where I've got some other family and some very, very close friends. More of a reasonable price. It's literally, I love the area. It's wooded, it's nice, but Idaho is my first choice if we could find a place, and we're not in a hurry right now. So that's a good thing. Let's see. From the Ham Radio Dude. Yes. From the Ham Radio Dude. 7.62. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. That is awesome. Let's see. Wasu and Ham Radio Dude is looking up. Is also looking up some information on VEs in the Wasu area. Let's go back, see what else we got going on here. Dr. Ballin has been to while in the Navy. Has been through 2 while in the Navy. I Dennis, I don't even get that. Let's see. Dumb blonde moment. Didn't think of that. Hey, dude, we all don't think of things at times, and that's why we all get together for Club COVID here on K6UDA Radio, and we do this stuff. Hey, look at that! 66 people on the stream today. We got 18 thumbs up so far. Let's blow that number out and make it 64. Let's try for 64 right now. So, thumbs up right there at the bottom somewhere. I don't know. Let's see, from Clayton, Tennessee, David Bonin. Let's see, Bioano battery would be good. From the ham radio dude. I don't know what the conversation is there. Yeah, and actually for a prepping kit, and I'm just going to call it a prepping kit because we don't know what is going to happen, whether it's going to be the hurricane, the flood, the fire, the power outage from PG&E if you live out here on the West Coast. I don't know. And it could be other things. It could be, having your city taken over as a new country and having all the cops quit, which is something that God, this is not a political channel. I try to keep this pretty ham radio concentric. But as you guys could see from behind me here, I am very, very pro blue thin line. Spent most of my adult life as a cop, and I think the police and law enforcement is so important to our way of life, and to the extreme left who wants to. This is not about racism or police brutality. We could deal with bad cops on an individual basis. We don't throw out, when one group or one person is, goes off the deep end and does horrific things, we don't say everybody who identifies with this guy or his core beliefs is a bad person. We don't say that all Christians are bad because one guy went out and committed a murder or did something heinous. But it seems that every time a bad cop does something bad, all cops get labeled as racist and systemic racism and police brutality and all this other shit. It ain't so. 99% of all cops are good, hardworking people who care about the communities that they're working in, and they will run into a burning building to save a stranger. They will run toward the sound of gunfire when everybody else is freaking out and running away. I could go on and on, but I'm not at the moment. We might get back to that. Let's see. Let's get back to looking for some topics. Let's see. Hello from Idaho. KI7 BSJ. Jonathan, hello. I might be your neighbor one day. Maybe. We'll see how the market is. Annapolis. Hi from Annapolis. That's my buddy Barnar. I have been to Annapolis. I went there working as a cop. And let's see. Michigan, Columbia, Canada. Hi from British Columbia, Canada. From K Nick 77. Man, you guys from all over the country, internationally, this is awesome. I love getting together with you guys and doing this. 67 people on the stream right now, 38 thumbs up. I don't really have a topic. We've been busy. I've got to be honest, guys. We have been busy as hell around here, cleaning the place up, getting the place ready to go on the market, getting some stuff packed up, so when it's time to move, we could just load up a pod or load up the truck and get the hell out of the People's Republic. Let's see. Ham Radio Dude. Contact the Wisconsin Valley Amateur Radio Club for VE. You could Google the website. Ham Radio Dude, you rock, dude. Thank you for doing the research on that and getting there. Let's see. Oregon. Yeah, Governor Brown. She is the sister and daughter of Daddy Brown, the ex-governor. Of course. That's why she's such a POS. Yeah. Well, they have a recall petition going against her. And this November she terms out. So she will not be, she won't be the governor. And we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, there's the crazies in Portland. There's also what is called the Greater Idaho Movement. And Southern Oregon, almost every county in Southern Oregon has signed on to this petition to be annexed into Idaho, which would be fantastic. It would increase the tax rolls for Idaho. It would increase the area, and it would give many, many more Americans that want to live a traditional American life the opportunity to do so. God. I get so pissed off when I think about what is happening to this country. I just do. It just drives me up the freaking wall. And I'm trying not to get demonetized today. 73 people on the stream, 43 thumbs up so far. Let's see. Governor Brown wants to take away every peace officer's sidearm. Yeah. She is the crazy left. She's going to term out. They did have, for about 2 minutes, they did have a bill to, what was it? To outlaw all semi-automatic firearms in Oregon. That failed miserably because the south side of the state basically said, we'll go to war with you. Pure and simple. Let's see. Let's see, sidearms so that they are unarmed, don't have guns for 5 years. Federal agents, the U.S. Border Sanity Serial. Don't know what that part of it is, but yeah. So that governor from Walter again, that the governor of Oregon wants to make a law that police officers don't have firearms has been going on for 5 years. I have known you have Antifa and Black Lives Matter taking over. Yep. And and because you have and honestly, you have far left groups, far left political groups that are doing shit in this country right now that is turning your fence sitting maybe liberals into people who want to own guns. There's a reason for that. People are starting to realize that with all this defund the cops, abolish the police, there won't be any. And there won't be, and just like in Seattle, you'll have warlords that will make the rules and enforce their own laws and rules, and decent people who just want to live their lives, make a living, and raise their families will be held hostage by those people, or worse yet, they'll be robbed blind. All their possessions will be taken. They'll be stripped of, in some cases, their personal property, their dignity, everything, their ability to make a living, and there won't be any recourse. And at some point, when there isn't any recourse, that's when good people will take matters into their own hands. We've already started seeing it, and we've started seeing uses of lethal force in the private sector, and it's justified, 100% justified. You've got this stuff on videotape, which you can't find a jury in the world to convict you. It is absolutely justified use of force. So that will happen more and more. That will definitely happen more and more. Let's see. I did see, I believe, a super chat in there from, and let me get it up. Yes, Don. Hi, Bob. Can't chat but watching. Thanks for what you do. WB3 BJU. Thank you, Don. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. Let's go back and let me take a look at what else we've got here. We don't throw the baby out with the bathwater from Tommy Tunes. Yep. Let's see. Tommy Tunes, the left is insane. Yes, they are. They are, you know what? The left, the true Antifas and the terrorists in that, they are anarchists. They don't have a plan. Anarchy is not a final destination. Anarchy is basically trying to get rid of what is there so they could then install what they want to come next. And what they want to come next is socialism and communism, which have never, ever worked in the history of the world. It has not worked. And people could say, "Oh, Sweden." No, Sweden is not a a true socialist nation. They have private property rights. They have private businesses. But they're also a nation of 1 million people as opposed to a nation of 300 million people. God. I did not want this to become my political soapbox, but it is. And I'm not going to apologize for it. It is what it is. Let's see. Most cops are really good. It's just a few rotten apples. Yep. That is true. From Conrad Roeder. Don Izzo. Amen, brother. Don, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Let me move that over there. It's not about racism. There is some hidden egg here and there. And I don't quite understand what your... maybe agenda. I don't know. Let's see. Tommy Toons saw countless NYPD, FYND, FYEMS that gave their lives. Yeah. Cops and firemen, first responders in general, and our military. These are the people that are willing, that have signed up and wrote a blank check. And I know this sounds cliche, but they have wrote the blank check up to and including their own lives to protect the lives of their fellow citizens. The cops still go out and enforce the laws, even with these idiots who protest defund the police and spit on cops and throw bricks. When they call the cops because they've been beaten or robbed or raped, the cops still come and investigate the crime and make an arrest if they can. They still enforce the law. Even though these people hate them and spit in their face and say, screw you. It takes a special person that is willing to do that. And you're finding less and less of them now. 84 people on the stream, 58 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. It angers me. I'm not going to apologize for my views. I've spent way too many years behind the badge and doing the work to kowtow and to be politically correct or do any of that shit. I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to speak my mind. God. My blood pressure's going up. Tommy Toons was there on 9/11. Thank you. Thank you for your service, my friend. If you did. It sounds like you might have. Let's see. Going down the list here. Do I have any field day plans? I literally right now, I don't have any concrete field day plans. I may be going up to my buddy's ranch in Oregon, which coincidentally is 6 miles from a place that we are considering in Southern Oregon as a bailout location. And if we go up there over the field day weekend, we will be playing field day from his house. Yes, I will bring a radio. Actually, he has a 706 Mark II G and a dipole that I gave him. We would probably string all that up and go play field day from his radio up at his place. So that might be in my plans. Either that or I'm going to camp out in my backyard here and play field day out here. Ditch California. I mean California, as in the People's Republic. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. Still with Windows XP, Don? From Ham Radio 2.0. That's awesome. Hey, XP, that's the last version of Windows that I used on a regular basis. You know what? Here's something that is kind of fun. I did want to, let me go to camera number 3 here, the look down camera. Got a new patch. This comes from Scott Webb, K3JSW, from Warner Robins Police Department. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for doing that. Scott is the patrol commander. I don't know if he's currently the patrol commander, but at one time he was. Thank you for your service. Here's another little something I wanted to share with you guys. And I'm going to put these up here. So when the whole COVID thing hit and the toilet paper ran out, my wife, being the kind of preppers that we are, said, wow, maybe we need to buy a little bit of toilet paper. So she went on Amazon and she ordered up a thing of toilet paper. And it came yesterday. She ordered this, mind you, in the... she ordered this toilet paper here in mid-March. It just came. And these are the most pathetic little rolls of toilet paper I have ever seen in my life. I think you could wipe your ass probably one time per roll. The holes are twice as big as any hole as as any toilet paper hole that I have ever seen. There is damn near zero toilet paper on the roll. I will say though that if they were biodegradable, like something you would use in the motorhome, I would say they had value. Now, how much was this? I believe, and don't quote me on this, I believe my wife paid somewhere in the neighborhood of $15 to $20 for this. So, thank you. And this came in by Chinese courier. You know what? Let's just pop it open. Screw it. We need to see. Oh, look at this. It's in a little foil wrapper, kind of. Let's just see what the toilet paper is like. Oh my God. This is going to disintegrate. This is horribly, horribly. Well, I guess I could do that with it. But anyway. So I'm reviewing the Comfort Soft toilet tissue from whatever. And guys, I give this a huge fail. Look at this. Look how big the freaking hole is. And look how little toilet paper you get on this roll. That's freaking awesome. I love it. We got ripped off. Let's see. Let's go down here. Ooh, we have Conrad Roeder, a super chat. My Pacific Northwest buddies and I are working on 122 gigahertz FM transceivers based on a silicon radar module. Holy crap. Dude, I don't even know what that means. That you just like freaking went way, way over my head. But thank you so much for the super chat, Conrad. That is awesome. Let me get down to the bottom here. Make sure. Oh, we got another one here, and from A Heart Dave, super chat from A Heart Dave. Thank you, A Heart Dave, for the super chat. That is awesome, guys. When I do this, I kind of consider this alongside of the whole Patreon thing. It really does help out the channel. There's a lot of the equipment that I buy, tons of stuff like webcams, lighting, microphones, stands, cameras, all the stuff that it takes for me to build the K6UDA, the regular videos, and I love doing those, and I'm not stopping those. They may become a little less frequent, and as now, definitely, I want to say this. And let me go back to camera one and get rid of my. You know what? I think I may have a little drawing and give some of these out. If let me know if you want a roll of toilet paper, and maybe we could do something. Maybe if the super chat guys want a roll of toilet paper, let me know. I'll send you a roll of this wonderful fine toilet paper, and maybe I can we can maybe write on it. I don't know. That probably won't work either. Anyway, let me get rid of that shit. Guys, the super chats, I thank you so much for. My patrons, I thank my patrons. The guys that send PayPal donations. Nobody in the ham radio space is making a lot of money on YouTube. I mean, if you're making $500 to $1,000 a month doing the YouTube, you're doing good in the ham radio space. I know there's some guys that, some of the gamers that are making $500,000 a year. It ain't us. So on behalf of all of the YouTubers out here in the ham radio space, we thank you. Your $1 or $2 or more are so appreciated. We thank you. It really does give us the motivation and keep us going with the better gear to make better videos, better live streams. Thank you. Back to camera 2 and a fuzzy screen. Let's let it focus. Focus. Doesn't want to do that, so we'll do this. We'll come back. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Hello? Focus. There we go. Let's get back to the comments. Still looking for some other topics to talk about today. We have currently 86 people on the stream with 75 thumbs up. So 10 more thumbs up from those of you who have not done it yet is much appreciated. Let's see. I've got to get to a couple of things here. Couple of super chats. Get in there. Nigel Lawrence, thank you for the super chat. You gotta let me know, is that pounds or lira, or I don't know what that denomination is. It's somewhere not in the US. I will tell you that. Let's see, another super chat down here. We've got and hello to Roger, K4BFG, my brother, is in the house. Let's see, super chat here again. Oh, A Heart Dave, I think. Yep. Thank you again for the super chat. That is so awesome. And Bernard, thank you. 5.56. One of my favorite rounds for the prepping world. Next two, and you guys are going to be surprised by my favorite round if I could only take one caliber with me. And let's just kind of make this a question for a roll of toilet paper. My friends, if you were to pick my favorite all-around prepper bug out survival round, what would it be? And we'll get back to that a little bit later. Let's see. What am I working on? Man, that is awesome. Tommy Tunes, do I still have any of the old t-shirt designs with the YouTube logo? I don't. I have a few. I think I'm completely out of extra larges. I'm completely out of anything larger. I might have a few larges and a few mediums. And I mean, let's just face it. Most of us are not larges and mediums. So I got, somebody said, let's see, Ham Radio Dude says 9mm. Let's see, MD Nos Will says 7.62. 7.62 if it's a rifle. 223 from the Ham Radio Dude, 12 gauge. Okay, so is that Nigel? That means pounds, right? I assume. 22 long rifle from Life and Death. You're all wrong so far. You're all wrong so far. Why I have been put in timeout. Please inform me why I have been put in a timeout. Walter, I don't know. Why have you been put in timeout? I didn't put you in timeout. Maybe what is timeout? You would read all my messages today about Oregon and everything. I have been put in timeout. I don't know how you got put in timeout. I don't know if I hit the wrong button on something, dude. I apologize. As far as I know, you're not in timeout. I'm still seeing everything. Life and Death 22 long rifle. No. Let's see a couple others. Colt 45 from Philip. No. An M1A from Tommy Tunes. I love the rifle and I own one, but that's not my favorite round. 3030 from NK414ZP. Not my favorite prepping round. That is probably my favorite hunting rifle is my 3030. I think we have a winner. We have a winner. W4 DCK Chris 22 mag. And 22 Magnum is my absolute go-to. If I could only bug out or bug in with one round, if I had a rifle and a pistol in that same caliber, much like the 22 long rifle, the 22 short and everything, I could keep 500 rounds of 22 mag in my pocket, and I could feed a lot of ammunition through my 22 Magnum Research rifle, which is a 1022 mag, and I've got a couple of 22 mag pistols. So I have one round that works both pistol and rifle. The 22 mag is powerful enough to bring down a good size, a 200-pound deer at 50 yards very easily. So it's a good hunting round. It's a great survival round. As far as a survival round, my favorite survival round. Let's see. 40 cal. Clearly I'm getting censored. I'm going to add you to the broadcast. Well, Walter, I don't know how you're getting censored. I'm seeing everything. Did you read my comments about Obama? Walter, did not see him, but I've been, there's a lot of comments, so not sure if I just, glossed over going to the bottom of the page. I am using a program. Are you guys reading my comments in regards to Obama White House? Here it is. Your comment is up. I don't know why. Don't know why, dude. Let's see. Everything after that one is... That's where I was timed out for after I stated Obama didn't want to leave the White House. Okay. I'm not an Obama fan here. Definitely not an Obama fan. I give birth to Obama. Okay. All right. Those are funny, but I don't need to read every single one of them. I mean, venison, my favorite after hunting dinner. Yes. I love my venison. Let's see. Do we have any topics, guys? Topics for the COVID Club COVID net. Censoring has been turned off, but it was there for a few minutes. I don't know, dude. Walter, I don't know. Maybe YouTube got a hold of you. I don't know. Um, but I sure didn't. I didn't hit anything. Let's see. I'm looking for some topics here. My screen and everything was telling me I've been put in a time. Oh, okay. That's Walter, dude. Don't know what to tell you. It wasn't me. I didn't put you in a timeout. Let's see. About a 303 British Enfield. I had one of those. I've actually had two 303 Enfields. Uh, Good round, very, very cheap to operate. I enjoyed the rifle. I had one that was fully sporterized and one that was an original Enfield. No longer. Okay, let's see. Would be, could be YouTube from W9 Crip Sparks. Yeah, it very well could be YouTube or Google that they're grabbing your stuff and saying whatever. I don't know. Um, let's see. You mentioned deer. I did. Let's see. Don't disrespect the left on Google's porch. Yeah, you see, that's the thing is we're on Google's server, and if they want to kick me off, they can kick me off. If they want to kick any one of us off, they can do that. Um, it's you know, and it's unfortunate that that only one side can spew hate and vile crap and and be rewarded for it, and anybody that has a dissenting view gets banned, kicked off, demonetized, whatever. It is what it is. But I really, okay, ham radio 2.0 recommended. Whoop, hang on. Wrong one. Ham radio recommended a Comet antenna for the FTM 400, but I drive a Mustang GT and don't want a 38 inch on it. What do I recommend? You know, you could put damn near any mobile antenna on there. I have on my pickup truck. I have a cheap little antenna. I mean, this is like a 12 inch. It looks like a cell phone antenna. It's all, curled up. That's how they got some length on it. It's they say it's a dual band antenna. I ordered it years and years ago, probably 7-8 years ago, off of eBay for $12. Unbranded. Don't even know what it is. It has worked in my truck. Fantastic. Provided though, it's an NMO mount. I drilled through the roof of my pickup truck, mounted it there, so it has a really, really nice ground plane that it's attached to. That's a huge thing. If you're willing to use your car as a ground plane, a small antenna is fine. It'll work. On the Jeep, there really isn't a lot of places to throw that kind of an antenna on. So so you need an antenna that isn't going to be dependent on the body as a ground plane. That's why I used, I've got a Diamond. Oh my Lord, what is it? I forget you have to go back and look to my Jeep videos and the FTM 400 review that I did and the install in my Jeep. That will show you, and the install in my old TJ. You have to go back a couple of years. Look at those. that will I've outlined the antenna and the installation of the antenna in those videos. But that antenna works fantastic. Granted, it's a longer antenna. It's probably a 36-inch antenna. But hey, thanks for that one as far as a topic, as a short topic. I love it. Let's see. Let's go here to Greg Robinson. He's super chat. Thank you for your time and effort. Even more, thank you for your service to the community. From Greg. Greg, thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you for just recognizing that the cops do perform a necessary service. It's not always fun. It's I hate to keep getting back on the cop subject. No, I don't really hate it. I love it. It's not easy being a cop, even in good times when everything is normal and everybody isn't, screaming for the abolishment of police forces. It is a very, very tough profession to be in. You are, number one, you are away from your family for almost every holiday until you've got quite a bit of seniority. Birthdays, Christmas, New Year's, most holidays you're working. So you're away from your family. You see stuff in this job that on a daily basis that most people, I find it almost a joke when I see things on Facebook and YouTube and they say, oh, this is sensitive stuff and this is violent, and you see somebody getting slapped or something. It is, to me, it is almost a joke, because the things that I have seen on a daily basis, the smells that I have had to endure on a daily basis, make most people throw up, literally freaking throw up. And you got to go work right through this. You got a job to do. The smell of week-old dead body is something that nobody will ever forget. And every once in a while, that smell, the smell of rotting body that's been submerged or burned, these are things that you don't forget. You'll never forget them once you've experienced them. I have held the hand of people with their last breath. I have pulled babies, a few babies, out of garbage cans, dead newborns. I have seen shit in this profession that would damage most people. It takes a special person that can do this, and do this for 30 years or 20 years or even 10 years. And I am afraid that we are in the midst of losing a lot of those people right now. I know after Ferguson, that's when I pulled the plug, is after the whole Ferguson thing. And that's why these guys over here, and the guys that, I'm sorry, I got to get a bigger board. This is who I give my thanks to, is all you guys. And I hold you guys up in the highest esteem, because you're out there doing the job, or you were, just like me. Thank you. And we don't hear that enough. And that also goes, Greg Robinson, 25 years as a fire captain. The same thing. The fire guys and the EMS guys. We've all seen this stuff. We've all seen it. Let's see. I'm going to take a cleansing breath here for a second. And I want to get back to a couple of ham radio questions. Let's see. Mike Knapp says, Whiskey 7 Backroads, tested that one, 14 others before I got my HK. The P365 was on the short list towards the end, though. That sounds like a fun conversation that I missed out on. Let's see. Justin just got his first HF rig this past weekend, in FT 890 and a Dentron DTR linear with a matching antenna tuner. Very, very good. Justin, my biggest advice to you is don't skimp on your antenna. If you possibly can, put up at the very minimum a full-size dipole. That will give you that'll give you almost all the bands, a full size. Well, yeah, not if you want 80 meters. If you want 80 meters, do something like a half wave dipole. That's still a lot. It's still big, but man, that will get you a lot of the band. It'll perform very well for you. Pick your directions carefully, but don't skimp on the antenna. I would say that's probably the most important part of any permanent ham shack. Let's see, 83 people on the stream with 99 thumbs up. Thank you so much for those. Let's see. Moving right down to the bottom here. Want to make sure no career is easy. No career is easy. I guess unless your no career is or unless your no career is actually no career. Maybe that's easy. Let's see. My cousin and his partner would come to Christmas dinner, get their plate of food, and go back out on a call. Yep. I used to do that when I got some seniority. We used to... crap. Why does my thing go crazy like that? Anyway, Denise, yeah, we used to do that. When I got some seniority and I was able to either stay home for Christmas every once in a while, or even when I was working on day shift, Mrs. K6UDA would make a big Christmas Day spread, and I would have the entire shift come over for Christmas dinner at my house while we were working. And so it was, it was Christmas Day, Christmas morning was typically very slow. So we were able to, to stop by, have Christmas dinner, and then all the guys and gals on the shift were able to, kind of mingle, have a good time, and then back out, because I live kind of centrally located within our beat structure. So I used to do that every year. Let's see. You have to be a dick a lot of the time. It changes you. Not necessarily. And it's you're not being a dick, but you got to do your job. And I did my job without violating the Constitution, because I always knew bad guys are still going to be bad guys. And if they get away with it on a technicality this time, they're going to screw up. They're still going to screw up. I never took it personally. I still don't take it personally. It's kind of like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. At the beginning of the day, they both walk in and clock in, or and then they go do their business. And I kind of took it the same way. Let's see. You never forget that smell, from Scott. No, that's one thing. I can't even describe the smell. It's death. It's the smell of death, overpowering death. And you'll never forget it. Let's see. Police officers have to stop badgering us in BS traffic stops. Need to focus on peace officer duties. Okay. It kind of depends upon what you consider a BS traffic stop. BS traffic stops for actual traffic violations, and I spent 15 years as a traffic officer. And I know firsthand, when you don't enforce the traffic rules, the accident rate goes up. And when the accident rate goes up, more people get hurt. More people get killed. It's a correlation. When you get too heavy-handed with the tickets, the citizens don't appreciate it. So it's a fine balance between enforcement and warnings and letting things go. It depends upon what is big in your community. What is the problem? So that's kind of the way I see it. That's the way I did my enforcement, and my captain was totally on board, understood that for most of my time in the traffic unit. Let's see what most people. Okay. Let's see. Nephews on the volunteer fire department from Denise. And let's see. I need to kind of move through these a little bit. Let's see. Any other, when you see shit happen, hang on here. When you see shit happen in Cali this week, trying to felony a guy for a freedom. Yeah. Totally, completely bullshit. The charges were dropped, by the way. Or the DA actually refused to file. The FPC sent the entire text of Judge Benitez's initial ruling to the DA, and the DA decided wisely not to file. What sucks for this guy is he's going to have hell getting his legally owned firearms back. That is complete bullshit, and I agree. My brother Kyle, yo to you. Let's see. Let's see. Walter, I have used my tablet and my phone. 2 thumbs up today. Tablet and was blocked, and my tablet. Dude, don't know what is. I don't know what the deal is. I'm reading a lot of comments coming through from you. So you're obviously, what you're seeing is blocked isn't actually blocked. Did you watch the videos? What did you think? Life at terminal velocity. I did see one of your videos. Carlos, I did see one of the videos, and that was, I didn't see the other ones. I haven't had a lot of time this week to do YouTube. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have time to prepare anything for today. I figured we would just get on and have a conversation. This is why I read a lot of the comments here, guys, because I want to have a conversation with you, and I really appreciate this. We get to talk back and forth. I almost wish that we could just like open it up like a Zoom thing and everybody could do it, but I don't have the bandwidth here with AT&T to do that. FTA. What has been going on with FTA? The last 30 minutes got like 3 contacts, but my signal is hitting hundreds of people. Don't know. Don't know. Maybe either you're not hearing, or the band conditions are changing, or maybe you're hitting them, but they're picking up stronger signals, or they're trying to get a hold of other stations, maybe DX stations. Who knows? It's a crapshoot. That's why they call it fishing and not catching. Let's see. The police are between us and the rioters. Yep. Well, in some cases, there's a lot of cities where the police are, they have either stand down orders, or they're just like in Atlanta. They're just not going. And unfortunately, innocent people are going to suffer. But that's just kind of the way it is. All right. We are at 12:15. Let's see. I want to get through these comments. I'm going to put up over here the call-in line. Actually, do I have? Let me pull this radio off of here. I'm going to turn up FCS 003 room 48 is up and running. So if anybody wants to get on there, hang on here. Let's get on. Maybe. Yep. We are on either YouTubers or FCS 003 room 48. And I'm not going to take a Skype call this morning. I'll open it up for this. If anybody wants to get on to here, we'll say hi. Make it short. I would love to hear a comment or a suggestion topic. Let's see. Walter appreciates that. Glad you appreciated my jokes. Have more, but might get censored like George Carlin. Yeah, I don't think George Carlin would do very well on YouTube these days. And with that, we got W9 THC. Wow. THC. I just, that's kind of like a 420 joke, I guess. I don't know. Was that a a vanity call. Crip Sparks. Let's see. 40. That's my caliber. Wouldn't let me send 40C. I think you're right. Lots of guys looking for DX right now. But damn, yeah, it is. It definitely is. I know. I'll answer the CQs all the time when I'm doing FT8, but when I'm hunting and I'm hunting the DX, I kind of get into that mode, and that's kind of where I'm sticking. What's Carlos's channel from Walter? Carlos, go ahead and post up your your YouTube or your site where you've got your videos, and I'll put it on here. But I saw one of them where I saw one a jump. That was pretty cool. That is very cool. Let's see, from Tommy Toons, what Mayor Big Bird DeLauzio did in New York. He gave NYPD stand down orders. So the looters had a party in the streets, robbing and looting. Yeah. And here's the thing is they're robbing and looting from the very people that can afford it the least. Which is, to me, those are the people that should be protesting against the looters. Yes, the looters may be stealing TVs from a Walmart or some box store that's in this neighborhood, but then they break in and they loot it and they burn it down, and that store never opens up again. And so now the people that lived there, that can least afford it, that would walk to the store and get their groceries and whatever else they need, now have to either hitch a ride with a friend or take a bus or do something else. They got to go miles away to get to another store, because those stores are not going to open back up. Business owners, even the small, little, tiny mom and pop, especially the mom and pop businesses, they can't afford to open back up. So the community loses all the goodwill, all the business, and all the services that they once had, just because a bunch of kids want to destroy shit. They want to tag it up. They want to break the windows, take TVs and tennis shoes and stuff, and they don't think about anything past, am I going to get home with my newfound loot? I don't know. That's sad. That's sad. Let's see. Man, nobody calling on the, let's see, K6UDA. Yeah, looks like I am going out. Let's see. Lost the video for a minute. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, vanity call.
Good afternoon.
All right, Roger. Good to hear you, KE4BFG. You got something on your mind today?
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of nonsense. I do appreciate the cops and the first responders. My dad was a cop back in the 70s. He passed away last year. And the worst thing he told me he remembered was a guy burning up in a 6-mile truck. He went up like a bale of hay. And he said, you'll never get over the smell of burning flesh.
Yep, that is true. And thanks for the call. Um, and thanks for joining the stream, my friend. I will talk to you maybe afterwards. K6UDA. Yeah.
Okay, my friend, you have a great day. 73.
So
Be watching
the smell of burning flesh. Yeah, something you'll never get out of your mind, and every once in a while something will trigger it, and it comes back years later, and you could just smell it. And imagine, if you will, how grotesque it would be to see a burned up human body in after a car fire. Imagine how much more grotesque it is to have to remove that body. You're the guy who has to move that body and put it into a body bag. You literally you throw your uniform away after this, because the smell will never leave it. Um, it is unbelievable. Just I can't even describe it. But yet there are people that will do that job. Most people will not. And what are you going to do? I shudder to think what a lot of these communities are going to do when they start hiring social workers, or they have these community boards that are going to go out and somehow mediate these former police calls when you don't have police. They'll refuse to do it. They're going to look at this stuff. They haven't been trained for it. And they're going to look at some of this stuff and they're going to go, there is no way. There is absolutely no way in hell I'm going to do this. Mark my words. Let's see. K6UDA, link in my Skype. Not letting the link through. Okay. YouTube is not letting the link through. So let me fire up my Skype here. Maybe. And I'll see if it's in there. If I could pull it out, Carlos, I will post it up here. I haven't seen any information about Carlos. I want to say from Walter. And Walter, thanks for being part of the stream today. You've been popping off here quite a bit. I love it. QSY 28030. I can't hear anything. These lights will kill, just absolutely kill the radio. It's like pulling the body out of the sea when they've been there for 6 months. Yeah. Yes, it is. Here it is. Here is Carlos's. Let me grab this link here and post it up here. Maybe. Let me move that over. This is kind of a pain in the ass. Give me a second here. And I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put this up in here. There it is. Okay, I just posted the link to Carlos's skydiving video. So go ahead and watch that after we're done here. Does anybody else have anything for the good of the order? We've been going for about an hour and a half now. I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about here. I do have a review coming up. Give me a second here. I'm going to be reviewing a couple of these FRS radios coming up. I'm working on that right now as a kind of a prepping tool, and we'll get more into that in that video. Don't want to spoil everything I have to say, but kind of a different little radio, and I gotta say, so far they have worked very, very well. Let's see, what's ironic is Mike Knapp. Let's see. Mike, sometimes DX is easier. Okay, so let's see. They're almost killing camera. Oh. The camera's reflecting in my head. Almost killing camera reflecting of your head. I don't know. Let's see. Only need 5 more on 15. And okay, so Mike here is looking for his, I think he's looking for worked all states. Mike, something that I used to get on quite a bit is, oh God, what is it? Oh, what do they call that? Now I'm brain farting on it. Is it OMIS? OMIS. Old man's, I don't know, something. The OMIS nets. They're worked all states nets. It's a contact net. There's no 5.9s unless it's a real 5.9. People actually have to, they've got to confirm, and then there's a third party that will, that'll confirm it. Great place to go to work your worked all states and a little bit of DX. Let's see. Might need some time to make up on the Chrome Dome. I might. Okay. Well, guys, I can't think of anything else. We're at about an hour and a half now. I'm kind of thinking, since this has pretty much just been a little ramble fest, that it's time to say 73. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back over here to camera 1, and I'm going to put up the subscribe button up there. So if you haven't already hit the subscribe button on the K6UDA channel, please hit the subscribe button. Let's see. Please think of me. Visit my Patreon consider giving or supporting me on Patreon. And the support here I get in the comments and on super chats. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see. You could also support me on PayPal. And thank you to all of my patrons. And I don't know if this list is complete, but thank you guys so much. James Bowen, John Spady, Joe Duncan, Jim Blakely, Don, Dwayne Vincent, Scott Van Walsum, Eric Farrow, Christopher Parrish, Graham Koch, Gray Koch, West Coast, Thomas Willis, Shadow Bear, Stephen LeBlanc, Michael Cartoba, Mark Stanford, Nelson Reyes, Jack Martin, Gerald Miller, and Bernard Coletta. Guys, thank you. You are the heart and the engine of the K6UDA radio show. Thank you so much. Let's see if you guys have any email questions, email suggestions for shows. Please send them to k6udaradio@gmail.com. Go back to camera 1 here, or camera 2. I'm sorry. Let's see. I think that's it. Yep, that's it, my friends. Guys, got to go to camera 1 because the other camera's screwing up. Thank you so much. Again, 7-3, working on another video, a regular video for the regular video fans. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. I'm Bob, K6UDA. 7-3.